This is the K95.3 Sports Show podcast, brought to you by the Fan Zone in Wilmer's Candy Mall.
Welcome to the K95.3 Sports Show podcast. My name is Beau I am your host. If you like what you hear, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button also on this video. If you have any comments, if you like what we said, disagree with what we said, go ahead and put your 2 cents in the comment section also. And we'll kind of go back and forth and talk a little bit on here also. And if you're on your cell phone, if you hit the bell button on the page, when you subscribe, you will get push notifications every Wednesday morning when a new episode comes out. So do that as a nice friendly reminder of when to listen to the show. Also, thank you to the Fan Zone for sponsoring us as usual. We appreciate them doing that. Get to the Candy Mall and check out all their Twins memorabilia, baseball cards, all that fun stuff, and more. And go ahead and get going here. We brought in Tim Meyering to come talk Twins again. Hey, Tim.
How's it going? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Glad to have you on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, you'll be, for the listeners, you'll be a usual twice a month. You're kind of my go-to Twins.
Right on. I like that.
So let's go ahead and jump into first thing on the list, starting pitching. You know, on the list we talk about reviewing the Royals and Phillies game later on. We'll be kind of doing a little bit of all that throughout this, but we'll start with the starting pitching at first. Overall, pretty solid again.
Yes.
Odorizzi back to Odorizzi.
Right.
Which I think we all assumed that was going to happen.
Right. He had, Jake Odorizzi had an interesting start last time out. I think he got through, a third? 2/3 of an inning, I believe, wasn't it? So
yeah.
He wasn't seeing the plate right, as I said afterwards. He just wasn't seeing the signs of catcher was putting down. Philadelphia has one of those few stadiums in the league that has those weird lights. So at a certain point in the game, the shadows were kind of different. Odorizzi couldn't see. Well, that's what they said. He still could. He's still throwing junk out there. He wasn't throwing the fastball the right way, and he just didn't look great. But I mean, he came down to earth. I mean, one good start, 11 strikeouts. Next start, the good old Jake we know and love. Very inconsistent, but hey, you know what? 2 games in, let's not panic yet.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's just the way he is. He's not a number 1. He's not a number 2. A low number 3?
Number 4 probably, yeah. That's why I say that.
I was trying to be nice.
Yeah. Okay, low number 3. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
And then we got Berrios is doing great.
Oh, it's great. Yes.
I was mad. I was watching the game on Sunday, and he's on my fantasy team.
Oh, man.
And I needed that win. I ended up tying and win, so I needed that win to
run
take
support,
that category.
Man.
Yeah.
We needed the run support.
Just the fact that Hoskins could get that ball
right
over that ball was low, and he just kind of slapped at it.
Hoskins is a mammoth, though. I mean, we all know how good this Phillies team is. I mean, I'm happy we at least got a game out of them.
Yeah,
but
and we should have got 2.
Right. We should have gotten 2 for sure. But
one bad pitch.
Right. So here's what it is.
Yep. Otherwise, Pinata looked great.
He's been good. I'm happy we. Last time out, when Baldelli pulled him, you could tell he was kind of upset about it. Yeah. But you know what? He's missed the whole season. You can't just you gotta just take it as it comes. I'm guessing next time out he'll probably be at about 90 pitches next time out. So I mean, little by little, but he's looked. I shouldn't say as advertised, but he's been more than I thought so far. So
yep. No, I agree. I've been hopeful. I was, when we picked him up for cheap. 2 years or before last year, I was like, all right, this is a potential, long-term good get. That's, right. I joked on, can't remember, I think it was on Twitter, Lavelli Neal, he's talking about Pinata, and I'm like, I put on there, I go on, sign him up now.
Right.
Nail him down.
Yeah, right. Man. And then Lavelle's the first one to be like, not optimistic about things, but you know what? The 2-year deal, I was happy with it. That made him sure he'd stick around. And then Nelly Cruz said that Pineda likes Minnesota, so that's good. I mean, I'm not
nice.
saying the guy's going to be the next Cy Young Award winner, but I mean, if he has a good season this year, it'd be nice to sign him to an extension.
Yeah,
but
if he puts up 14 wins.
Oh gosh, I'd be happy with 10 plus. A sub 4 ERA. I'm happy. Jeez.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm kind of looking for too. And
right.
Let's see. Gibson had a decent start.
It wasn't great, but
where am I at?
Well, Gibson didn't have a bad start. He had a couple bad pitches.
Oh yeah, 4.2. Oh,
but
5. Oh yeah. That was the one.
It wasn't bad, but I mean, he's only had one start. We can't.
And because of the weird days off, the rotation, they're skipping people to keep Barrios on a 5-day pitch.
And Gibson had that major E. coli infection there for a while, and he missed a lot of spring training. I actually personally thought we should have probably had him be our number 5 and have him go a little extended spring training down in Fort Myers, but we did what we did. I mean, I get it, but he's still not really. I think he's all the way there yet. But I think tonight, or I should say today as we're recording on the 9th, he pitches this evening. We'll see how he does. But tough
never matchup.
Know. Yeah, it's a very tough matchup against the best
median runs.
Right, against the best pitcher in the National League, Jacob deGrom. But you never know. It's baseball.
Exactly. Speaking of pitching, bullpen has looked overly solid. I know that was one of the big question marks, and you take away Perez, who's just going to be moving into the rotation.
Right.
It hasn't been bad.
Right. And what about this Parker kid? Like we were talking about a couple weeks ago, man. He's actually been pretty decent. That first time he came out, throwing, we all kind of saw the Matt Capps era come back. We all got kind of worried about the old closer situation, but he's been pretty solid coming out. Getting some strikeouts.
Only one earned run.
Right.
Not a big strikeout pitcher. Only one strikeout,
right.
2 walks. But 3.1 with a 1 earned run. Mm-hmm. 2 for 2 on his saves.
Right. Yeah. No, I shouldn't say strikeouts. He's had some swings and misses though. But yeah, he's really been what we've wanted, I guess. 2 for 2 on saves. I mean, it's short season so far, so you can't really say much about him, but. Between him, Trevor May had a hiccup a couple days ago, but I like what I see him out of Mejia. I kind of like him in the bullpen, Mejia. He's been pretty decent. And then Hildenberger has been decent.
3 innings pitch again.
But
5 strikeouts.
Yeah. So Hildenberger's
pretty
been
solid.
A good situation, guys. So, I mean, we can't complain. And then, mind you, we have some guys that are on the shelf. Matt McGill, one of our guys win second half last year that was pretty decent. It's still on the sorry, not the DL, the IL now they call it injured list.
Yes.
I don't want to go too far here. So we got some guys that are not even all the way back yet. So it should be interesting to see how our bullpen shakes out. But yeah, I mean, pleasantly surprised. I know we talked about a couple weeks ago. We weren't sure what to expect, but
or the bullpen, yeah, no, exactly. It's so far so good. And it's looking positive, and that's what we. That's what I wouldn't say we left Philadelphia looking that we were totally outmatched.
Oh no, I don't think so.
And that's a positive.
Right.
We're Minnesota Twins fans, so we gotta find a little positive to be a but to take that but to take that step.
Right. Yeah.
You don't want to go in away.
Yeah.
To Philly and then just get blown out 10-1 every game.
Right.
We easily won one. Got our butts handed because Odorizzi was crap, and then we should have won the series if
we really should have.
Barrios made that one different pitch
to a tough hitter, but I hear you.
So that was all positive. Going on to Kepler. Speaking of the Phillies series, 3 straight games, 3 straight home runs, including a leadoff one on Sunday.
Right.
Average wise, not doing great. He's 265.
Yep. He's 9 for 34 on the season. And I know we both before the season kind of thought the extension wasn't bad for him.
Yep.
I'm not going to get too excited yet.
Yeah, you're more sour on Kepler than I am.
Right. But I mean, I'm hoping the guy turns out. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of the contract, but don't get too excited. But hey. Leadoff spot, he's getting on base. He's got 9 hits.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
sure
not
how many
horrible.
walks he has, but he's been getting on. I mean, he's at least kind of table setting for a couple guys.
3
here.
walks.
Right. Okay.
So his on base percentage is 324.
It's whatever. It's all right. It's good.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's getting on base for our big guys like Polanco. The skinny Polanco that's getting good hits here and there. But
he's out of all the consistent players, he's leading the team in average.
It's crazy.
He's
So,
he's
another guy we signed to an extension that we both liked him when that happened. Remember, we both liked the Polanco.
we were both
signing,
satisfied with that.
I'm happy
we
with
won't talk bad about Polanco
Right.
anytime soon, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. No kidding. Jeez.
So obviously, Kepler doing well. Let's talk a little bit. Let's finish up a little bit more about the Royals-Phillies game. Royals games, they are what they are. We did okay against them. I mean, unfortunately, we needed game-winning hits.
Right.
One in the top of the ninth and one in extra innings. Right.
Right.
The
Yep.
second one. So Cruz, of course, gets the first one, and then in the. I think not having Cruz in the lineup all weekend hurt us too, obviously, because we had to have the pitcher for the Phillies game.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at too. The Cruz. Sorry to go back to this.
I got off track.
but the Cruz thing this last weekend, we definitely. I understand Polanco had a 5-hit cycle, he had a big game. I get that, but Cruz just we missed him.
Yep.
And you could tell we did. I mean, and people were like, "Oh, when's Sano gonna come back?" It's like, no, we have Cruz in our lineup. I understand that both those guys would be really nice in our lineup, but I kind of am surprised that Baldelli didn't try to find a way to get him in the outfield. I understand he's not a great fielder, even first base, because I know he's played a little bit of that. But, I mean, it is what it is. Baldelli's a manager, we're not, but, kind of surprised. But as far as the Royal Series go, we roughed up Homer Bailey. I think everyone has. He's not very good.
Yeah, not anymore.
But like you said, we took a couple of late hits to win. We're just not really hitting like we were when we in spring training. But it is what it is. We had was it Rosario had the game-winning hit
In the second night, because Cruz got a single,
Right.
and then great decision. I mean, I think it was an obvious decision by Baldelli to put Buxton as the pinch runner, who immediately stole second.
Yeah,
Instantly single scores him. That's what happened.
Right, and it's funny how people talk about how Buxton's like he hasn't been what we thought he was. Is like that situation right there. That's the small ball baseball. That's the perfect. Well, it's perfect Tom Kelly, Ron Gardner kind of thing. But whatever. Because I'm not sure who got the hit, but Buxton came in, stole
Cruz.
second.
It was Cruz. Yep.
And then he scored. It's like you wouldn't have that with many other players. I mean, especially with the way he runs around the bases. He knows what he's doing.
Yep.
Like he's really
knows the speed.
and he's comfortable with it too.
Yep.
You know what he's. And speaking of comfortable running the bases, and that was at the Royal Series when Rosario scored from first on a single. That was pretty fun too. So he's Rosario started out really slow, but in that Royal Series and especially in the Phillies, he's been turning it around.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not too worried about Rosario.
Oh,
he's pretty consistent.
Right.
He might be down a little bit now, but he'll just bat 400 for a week and bounce it back up.
yeah, I know that's true. Yep.
So overall the Royals was good. I mean, we went pretty good into the Phillies. I don't know if there's much we want to touch base more on the Phillies.
Well, we got
If
a
there's
win
anything
out
you
of
want-
it at least. I mean, we didn't get swept.
Yeah.
They're going to finish top 3 in the National League in wins. They're going to finish top 3 in hitting. I mean, they're a good team. We got a win out of it. Let's just keep rolling. Whatever.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see what we do here tonight, Tuesday, and Wednesday tomorrow on against
Big
the
Apple,
Mets.
yeah.
Yes. So let's talk catcher position, because I think that is a very interesting position. All of a sudden, we seem to have 3 that let's be honest. Let's call it 2.
Right.
Because I mean, I don't know if anybody's like, "Ooh, I can't wait for Castro to play catcher."
Right. Oh,
At least Garver is hitting,
right.
and of course Astudillo is killing it too.
Yeah.
So
Right. I mean, this is the one thing I was really excited to talk about tonight. Is this Williams Astudillo? I mean, you have to put him in the lineup every day, don't you? I mean,
he's playing first tonight, batting third.
Right. I was going to say, he's hitting third.
Hitting third.
Tuesday. Oh, my goodness. That's fun.
Yep.
So he's hitting third, which is great. I did not know until right now. This is where he should be. Get him some at-bats. Baldelli's putting him out there.
Mm-hmm.
Batting third, that's great. Playing first base. And Garver's catching tonight, I believe. I think.
I don't recall who I saw at catcher position. I would probably guess Garver, though.
Yeah, I think Garver's catching tonight, and Astudillo's at first. But like you said, we get Castro for his basically we have him for his glove. He's just not – he's going to be the odd man out. I mean, if Garver and Astudillo keep producing –
yep.
I mean, and people are going to be like, what are you going to get for Castro? I mean, he's a really good defender, a backup catcher in the National League. We could get something for him. We could trade him. I mean, we're not going to get –
okay prospect,
probably. We're going to get a decent prospect or maybe a major league ready backup fielder or something. I don't know. But I really am comfortable with Garver and Astudillo. I know you like them too. And, I mean, why would you mess up the mojo?
Exactly. And that's who I am too. It's like, it's been so much fun to watch Astudillo. And that's like, it's kind of like, let's see him. I want to see more of him. Let's see if it's just a little, a guy who plays occasionally, has some flashes. I want to see him more consistent and see if he can hold that and continue.
Right, and his batting style, he's all over the place at the plate. He's a fan favorite.
Yep.
Fun in the clubhouse. La Tortuga is what they call him.
Which is another reason to push him too. Is he's a fan favorite.
Right.
I mean, why would you not push? Especially when if he's batting 50.
Right, yeah.
Then you don't. But the fact that he's batting well and everybody just loves the guy,
right?
Why not give him more chances?
I mean, he's sitting around 400, I think. I mean, he's around
500.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So
he's 7 for 14, 6 runs, 3 doubles, home run, 4 ribbies.
Right, he's really
0 strikeouts.
That's fun.
Out of his 7
in 106 career plate appearances, Williams Astudillo has struck out 3 times.
Oof,
that's insane. That's an absolutely insane.
And he swings at a lot of pitches too.
Right. He's just got
but he hits it.
Yeah, he's got contact. A good eye.
And that's what it's all. You just get contact, the balls will fall eventually.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure. And he loves that left center field gap too. He gets a lot of balls in there. So I like it. It's exciting. They got the Williams Astudillo La Tortuga shirt night.
I've been seeing that.
The shirts going
advertising on Facebook.
Right.
You hit me every day.
It's fun. It's like, this is cool. Like the fans are into it. And tell me if I'm wrong, but we didn't see this with Molitor. I mean, we didn't see this like big fandom, clubhouse chemistry. Guys are a lot more happy. I mean, I think that's the way in the first 2 weeks of the season, I haven't really seen evident with it. Like
I think that's the advantage of having the younger coach.
Precisely, yes. Yep.
It's you don't, and maybe some of them even felt not starstruck, but like, hey, here's a Hall of Famer as my coach. I can't.
Let's impress him. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just keep it straight. But now they're like, okay, this guy, younger guy's coming in. He's having a little more fun with us, and I think that definitely helps because it just makes it easier. You don't want to be just stiff and worried about if you're going to say or do the wrong thing or do anything like that.
Yep.
And that's what I feel like Baldelli has really brought to the team.
He's been fun. I like it. So he's always the guy at the top step. Not saying Molitor wasn't, but Baldelli's at the top step waiting for him to high five them, shake their hand after the game, go up and give them advice. It's just he's like a manager we wanted. I mean, so far
I like it.
Yes.
I like it because I think we've had that older, astute type, statuesque. Yes, they get out and Gardenhire would get out there and get thrown out all the time for arguing, but I just didn't see him like that as much of that childish fun and charm and And you go to Tom Kelly. So we have never had that really.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree with that.
In our lifetime. So it's like it's nice to see that more youthful funness of it. And
yes,
I mean. In at the end of the day, it's still a game, and they're out there to have some fun, and hopefully win some games for their fans.
Right, and that's what we want. I mean, a fun season is I think we'll finish about 500, but even if we have a down season, these little things that we have, like these little fan favorite players and all that, it's fun. It just kind of helps the season get along quick.
Yep.
are more fun and makes you want to watch baseball.
Yep. No, exactly. And I've been watching more. I don't have tons of times to sit there and just watch games. We've talked about this. I usually follow along on Twitter.
Right.
I did that for the Wild games. I did that for the Wolves games. But what I do like about baseball is since it's a little slower game anyways, I can sit there and over the weekend I had it on, stole my son's tablet and just streaming my Dish network to there.
Oh, there you go.
And with the Sling or whatever, and just watching it on there, just kind of having it out there. We're sitting outside. I just kind of have it off to the side.
Multitask.
Yep, and just kind of glance down and take a look and watch, different parts of it. And I think I'm going to do that more during the season because I've
Neglect your son from his games and schoolwork. That's smart, Beau.
okay. Well, yeah, he can stay off of his tablet. He's down on the PlayStation while I'm on.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
He's not exactly hurting.
Okay, there you go.
Next on the gauntlet, we got hitting from spring training, not overlapping to regular season. We touched on that a little bit, but that is a little concerning.
Right. Granted, we've only played 8 games. I don't know if you saw or not. It's kind of crazy. The Twins have 7 home runs this year. The Mariners have 32 home runs.
Jeez.
Well, they played 12 games. I get it.
Let's stop right here and go back to this. I think both you and I owe the Seattle Mariners an apology.
Yes.
Because 3 weeks ago, whatever, when we were talking about possible contenders, I was like, oh, Seattle. Then I'm like, oh, no, they got rid of some. Oh, they suck. They suck.
I think we both said, they're going to finish like 3rd or 4th in that division. Like, okay, well, I mean, it's
now
12, we're 12
they're the best team in the Major League Baseball right now.
But, yeah, they look insane right now. They look so good. They're scoring so much. But, yeah. Seattle has 32 home runs.
That's crazy.
Twins have 7. I know we played 4 less games, but the Twins are 26th in hits, which, like I said, less games, whatever. 11th in batting average, which, meh. And 23rd in runs. Not what I expected to see. Granted, we have, you can think about, we've played 8 games, which means a lot of off days, which means a lot of number 1 pitchers we've faced.
Yeah, that's true.
So we haven't had that, 4th or 5th starter that we can just absolutely clobber other than Homer Bailey. That doesn't count. That's the Royals. But, yeah. We're definitely gonna snap out of it. I with like you said earlier, Cruz wasn't in the lineup this weekend. That contributes to a lot. I mean, people are like, "Oh, it's just one guy." Yeah, but
one guy can make all the difference,
right? And it's like I'm not comparing him to Mike Trout or anything, but one player can make a team, So it's just
the team, the pitchers have to pitch around him. They have to worry about him.
Right.
Change how their pitching style to the guy in front of him,
right,
to the guy behind him if he gets on base. I mean, so yeah, if you have a solid hitter in there, it involves the hitters in front and behind them too on how you pitch against them.
Right, and it's precisely so. That has a lot to do with how our team has been so far hitting, and these interleague games so early, playing the National League and having the pitchers hit too.
Yeah.
So that's going to really affect our mojo. But I mean, we're 8 games in. Let's just pump the brakes here.
Not expected to drop off.
Right.
I wasn't hoping that much, but it is what it is. Let's see it turn around.
And we're 5-3. We got a winning record. We're doing okay.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We'll take it.
Right.
And with the schedule coming up here after we get through New York, we have 10 games against Detroit, Toronto, and Baltimore.
Right. And
so
Detroit,
that's our chance to make hay.
Oh my gosh.
Before we get to the Baltimore-Houston Yankee part for 4 straight. So that's going to be tough. So those 10 games are going to be key starting Friday here against Detroit.
Right. I didn't realize that.
If we have it here at Detroit.
Right.
If we even have the games.
Because the pre-play of last year, what we had.
Storm.
Yeah. We have Detroit, Toronto, and Baltimore, like you said. That's a chance to pull, really get ahead here. I mean.
I'd like to see 7 wins.
Oh, my gosh. That'd be great. I mean,
5 absolute worst case scenario.
Baltimore and Toronto are bad. Detroit's leading our division, but they've kind of gotten lucky. Let's be real here. But Detroit, Baltimore, and Toronto are going to be finished top, probably the worst 3 teams in the American League, or 3 of the worst teams in the American League.
Yep.
We have to take advantage of this. We have to win every series. Our bats can really get going in these series, too. I mean, let's just get rolling here.
Yep. So that's going to be key.
Yeah.
So obviously before we record here again in a week, we'll have the 2 games against the New York Mets, the 3 against Detroit, and then 1 against Toronto. So that'll be a good broad there where we're playing several games in a row finally, and not 2 games off, 2 games off, anything like that. So yeah, that's a key part of the hopefully get our hitting going against some of those not as good teams. Wanted to touch on one more thing here, the Tyler Austin trade.
It's interesting.
Which I think when we talked yesterday morning, he wasn't traded yet.
Right.
Was he? Because you're like, he was just, we wanted to talk about him being demoted.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Or a DFA. We designated him or whatever. Yeah. It's like.
And then he ends up getting traded.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? I know you're pretty high on Tyler.
I like him. I'm really surprised. One of the reasonings was we needed some pitching up here, which that's not a good enough reason for me to let this guy go. I know he strikes out a lot, but he's a good bench bat. He's a good power bat and the good fielder at first base. At least he was fielding pretty dang good so far. Nice backup for Crone, but the thing is, Astudillo, precisely, and that I really think that had a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Is Astudillo's been proving he can hit. Was Chase DeYoung's lights out last year at the end of the year. Let's bring him up, get this pitcher up here, Chase DeYoung. We can try to find a way out. They're not going to designate Adrianza because Adriana plays too many positions. Austin only had that one position.
But where is Adrianza going to be gone once Sano comes back? He's got to be the chopping. He's got to be the bottom of the 12.
Really, though, I think that Adrianza, I think he's out of options. So either he gets DFA'd or Cave goes to the minors.
There you go. Yeah,
I don't know. So...
Exposed catcher position.
Right, so I just don't know what is going to happen. So
because we got Gonzalez that plays every position.
Right, so I don't know what.
Astudillo, who's played third and first.
And catcher.
Catcher, obviously.
And he can play outfield.
Yep. Yeah, because he subbed in and he played
Rosario,
like half a game and left.
Right, so it's you never know. I mean, but it's kind of a puzzling move for me, the Austin thing. When you think about it, the Astudillo and the Marwin Gonzalez, he was definitely expendable, but I guess happy for him he's going to get more at bats in San Francisco. Good luck to him.
They need it.
They need
something.
They need something to spark.
They're not doing well either.
So,
this is an interesting move, but we'll see how it goes. Like I said, it's the Astudillo stepping up. I think that what kind of gave them the way.
Right.
The opportunity to be like, all right, sorry, can't.
Right.
We're done. We got this guy now.
And it's kind of a statement because they give Crone the day off and put Astudillo at first base today. It's like, okay, this is what we did this. Yeah. But and then one more note.
Yes.
I gotta throw out there. The Polanco cycle, very fun. First Twins 5-hit cycle since the merger of Senators to Twins. First Twins 5-hit cycle.
Oh, so first official Minnesota Twins
5-hit cycle. Yeah,
5-hit cycle.
Usually there's just been 4.
Yeah, because you.
So he's got 5 hits. First time since of our franchise, I should say. I think it's Joe Cronin in the 20s and 30s for the Senators. So.
We know him.
Yeah, right. Well, I do, but whatever.
I just poster up in my
right
room growing up.
A bunch of autographs of him. Yeah. Whatever. It's kind of fun. Polanco. I think is a fun player. So I love seeing the cycle and those little
me
early
too.
moments we have in this season. It's really fun. So I'm excited for the rest of the year.
Yep.
I'm always excited though.
Yeah, right. No, it's been like I said, it's been a good first week and a half, and we'll have let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6 more games to talk about next week to see how they've progressed over the next week. So we'll probably wrap it up there unless you have something else to talk about. I think that pretty much covered it up. So
I think we're good, man.
So thanks as usual, Tim, for coming in and talking Twins baseball with me.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, listeners. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, hit the thumbs up, all that fun stuff. And we will see you all next week.